Hey friend, Graham here from recordingrevolution.com, and today I got to share with you something that I've been literally waiting all year to see, and I cannot believe this thing actually exists. It's a free resource called Audio Test Kitchen. I met Alex, sort of the founder and one of the guys behind all of this at the NAMM show earlier in the year, and he was sharing with me what the idea of this site was, and I was like, dude, if you make that, that's like the greatest gift to home studio owners ever. And he finally emailed me, and it's live, and you could check this thing out. Literally, like it says, you can compare 300 microphones right now. These guys basically went through, you can watch the video later, they went through and did scientific setting up of hundreds of microphones with laser beams and science to measure this thing and record every kind of instrument you can imagine with multiple microphones to like precise standards so that you can compare the sound of hundreds of microphones on the exact same person in the exact same room in the exact same instrument in real time, perfectly level matched, so you can actually determine the difference a certain microphone makes, and you can hear for yourself whether you like one mic over another mic, at least on other people's sources. We'll talk about the caveats and the cons in a minute, but let me show you what this looks like. You go to audiotestkitchen.com and create your free account. It's 100% free. And this is the crazy part. They've got right now, it's again, very basic. There's just 2 songs to choose from, and you can solo the instruments of the song. So here's, for example, the song that we're listening to here.
Who won test? We licking off shots in the west. We make believers out the best. Lay the weak to rest.
So then what we can do is solo this song by instrument. So we can solo by bass, right? The bass amp being mic'd up, or you can just solo the lead vocal.
Who won test? We licking off shots in the west. We make believers out the best. Lay the
All right, so then here's where it gets crazy. Inside the app, you've got a search function, and there are literally, as of right now, 300 large diaphragm condensers. They're going to add other microphones. They're going to add other audio, all kinds of anything you can put audio through, they're going to be adding it. So just buckle up. This is going to get crazy. Your mind can start spinning. But right now they just tested just 300 large diaphragm condensers, and they're ranked alphabetically. You got ADK, you got advanced audio, you got AKG, you've got Antelope. And so you can go through alphabetically, Audio Technica, or you can search, get this, my friend, by price range. So I can say, what are all the microphones that are between $100 and $500? Oh, and $2,000 and $5,000. I want to compare those. And you can compare tube versus solid state. I don't care. Let's just do by price. 100 to 500, 2,000 to 5,000. Let's do that. We'll reduce our microphone choice. So here we go. We got Aston Spirit for $449. We got an Audio Technica AT5040 for $3,000. A Mojave. You got some good mics in here. Sterling $100 microphone. AKG P220 is only $150. The Blue Spark. I mean, I've got that microphone. You've got a Bach. You've got all kinds of microphones. So what you could do is start adding different things to the mix. So let's add $4,000 Manley. Let's add it to the cupboard. And let's add $149 AKG. And let's add, I love the Blue Spark, because I actually have that one. Let's add that. And let's also add a $4,000 Blue, the bottle. And then let's see. Oh, the MXL 2006. This is a $100 classic cheap microphone. Let's add this. Okay, and I'm adding these to my cupboard, which is this little closet here, right? And so you can add some of those in there. And so what we can do is we can put the Blue microphone there, and then we can compare it to the Blue that costs 1/20th the price of its bigger brother. And then we can listen to the Manley that's $4,000, and we can compare that to an MXL that's $100, and then an AKG is $150. And then get this, my friend, we can back this thing up and we can just listen to the vocal through the Blue bottle, and let's see what that sounds like. And what I love is they also have the EQ curves of these 5 mics that I just dragged in here. So you can see how they compare. You can see, right, that this one that has this tailored off, this is the Blue bottle, right? So it has a built-in filter. It's rolling off a lot of low end. And you can see that the Manley, the yellow one, has a bit of a bass bump. Very interesting. So let's take a listen.
Who won test? We licking off shots in the west. We make believers out the best. Lay the weak to rest. This Southern California, ain't no place like this. And after stuff y'all doing, we created the shit. So don't be sagging, young buck, in the presence of this. Don't even come from my city and you running your lip.
All right, so I spoke incorrectly. This is the Blue bottle, and you can see it's highlighting the red. The Blue bottle is red. Yeah, sorry, it was the Blue Spark that has the cut that rolls off. So you can see when I click on a mic, it's switching which mic we're hearing him through in real time, level matched, and you can see the frequency response. So now we can just listen back to him in loop mode and just flip through these microphones and see if we hear much of a difference between a $4,000 microphone and a $200 microphone from the same company.
I'm about to make a call, get the news van out. Explain to Trisha Toyota on how your crew ran out. We coming live from the Trade 23, area code, mad clouds of smoke. It ain't no room for snow. L.A., California, A.
Let's listen to it again, and we'll move through all the mics now.
Who won test? We licking off shots in the west. We make believers out the best. Lay the weak to rest. This Southern California, ain't no place like this. And after stuff y'all doing, we created the shit. So don't be sagging, young buck, in the presence of this. Don't even come from my city and you...
I gotta stop this. Okay, I just went from a $4,000 Manley to a $100 MXL. Two things. One, look at the EQ curves. Very similar between these two. The Manley has a little bit more of a low-end bump than the MXL. The MXL is a little more flat down there. But listen to his vocal and see what you can tell of a difference. I mean, you're hearing it on different speakers than I'm hearing it on, so obviously each of our listening environments is going to affect it. But can you tell much of a difference between these two?
Who won test? We licking off shots in the west. We make believers out the best. Lay the weak to rest. This Southern California, ain't no place like this. And after stuff y'all doing, we created the shit. So don't be sagging, young buck, in the presence of this. Don't even come from my...
Dude, they sound almost identical. I feel like the MXL has a little more presence bump, and that makes sense because you see it has a bigger boost at 13K versus the Manley. It's only a bit of a 5 dB boost. So the MXL has more presence, which might not be good if your voice is really bright. So in real life, you might prefer your voice through a Manley. But dude, I mean, gosh, I could work with any one of these. I can brighten up the Manley if I really wanted to, or I could take the MXL and add a little bit of a low-end bump, and that's a $100 mic versus a $4,000 microphone. Okay, let me start here again, and I'm going to go through all 5 mics in order, and I'll keep my mouth shut.
Who won test? We licking off shots in the west. We make believers out the best. Lay the weak to rest. This Southern California, ain't no place like this. And after stuff y'all doing, we created the shit. So don't be sagging, young buck, in the presence of this. Don't even come from my city and you running your lip. I'm about to make a call, get the news van out. Explain to Trisha Toyota on how your crew ran.
And this is a mystery mic. Let's see what this is.
And out.
What is it? Show me, cupboard. Ah, it was an Aston Spirit for $449. So this is insane. Now let's listen to it through a different instrument. Let's listen to the piano. I mean, Blue makes some amazing microphones, and the Blue Bottle is amazing. But going from that $150 AKG Perception mic to the Blue Bottle, that's $4,000. I wasn't like, oh, this is so much better. I wasn't even like, it's better. You know what's crazy is this already is crazy to me. This is sort of proving a lot of my points about microphones, but you can start to play around. We could go back and add any microphone you can imagine. These are just 5 that I randomly picked. There's a blind mode. So we can flip this into blind mode. They rearrange the microphones, and we can take notes as to which one we actually prefer without any visual bias. So now what we can do is just listen to the piano, and press play, and just see what we think. Like, I don't like C. C that sounded thin and weird. That's a bad word, but I'm going to use that. Let's keep listening. Sounded nice and full. Okay, I like D. Let's try D compared to A. Let's listen here. I like the E2. Sounded nice and full. A lot like D. All right, so I'm just leaving notes onto what they're saying. So then let's flip it to normal mode. And let's see if I left notes. Ah. Oh gosh. Okay, so the Blue Spark sounded thin and weird on the piano, and that makes sense because that one has the big roll-off on the frequency curve, right? That's this guy. It rolls way off, so I didn't like that as much on the piano by itself. But guess what? The Manley sounded nice and full. And then guess what? The AKG, the $149 microphone, sounded nice and full, a lot like D. Blind listening test, I enjoyed the $150 AKG mic just as much as the $4,200 Manley. Oh, I secretly love this. But how cool is this? How helpful is this? And what's great is that, you know, if you find something you like, you can like add it to you can save it as some of your favorites. So that's what your cupboard is, right? So you're keeping it in your favorites. You can go ahead and you can buy things. You say where you're buying from, USA for me. Where do you like to buy stuff? And you can literally just buy them directly from here. I like to buy from Sweetwater. And then it's going to take me to, there we go. There's the Blue Bottle. Then if I really wanted, you know, I really want this AKG. Let's get it at Sweetwater. Boom, there it is. This is insane. Just being able to A/B microphones like that on real sources and do it in blind mode and take notes and go through. We can go back to the drawing board again and just go through every single microphone. If there's a brand you wanted to try, if there's a specific mic you wanted to try, if you wanted to A/B a Neumann, look, we've got a U47 FET, which is just one of the classic microphones, or the U87. We could take those Neumanns and put them up against just about anything you can imagine. Just some classic Shure, the Beta 27, the KSMs, right? You could just mix and match. They even recorded Slate's VMS ML1 microphone. Dude, that's awesome. Telefunkins are here. Look, here's a $10,000 Telefunken. Good grief. So many mics to choose from. I just had to share this with you. I want you to go check it out. I've talked to the guy, Alex and the guys at Audio Test Kitchen. It's absolutely free. They make their money off of running ads. I mean, you can see them. They're running ads. So they're creating a really, really helpful resource, something that is much needed in the home studio world when we don't have the money to go buy a bunch of stuff and try it. And they've just spent the time, done the research to do it right. And they said, look, more microphones are coming, guitars and pedals are coming, drums and cymbals are coming, outboard gear is coming. They're going to sample and compare everything you can imagine. And that's all I have for you is check them out, because this is going to be super, super helpful for you. If nothing else, to just prove to you what just happened here. I didn't even plan this out, where that darn $150 AKG Perception microphone sounded to me just as usable, just as full as the $4,000 Manley. If that just saves you $3,800, isn't it worth it? Or even if it just encourages you, if all you have is a $100 microphone and you're like, well, I really need a $3,000 Blue or a Manley or Neumann to make a great record. If they sound the same to you, do you really need one that costs that much? If you want one, please go ahead and buy it. You feel free. But if you can't tell the difference, why do you need it? And that's what I love about this, is we can now actually make fair comparisons, and we can do it in blind mode. So that's it. Check out audiotestkitchen.com. Leave me a comment. Let me know, have you checked it out? And if you do go check it out, come back and leave me a review. If you do a blind review of some of the microphones, what is the most surprising thing you found? Let me know what you compared, and let me know what you discovered on your own little demo. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It means a ton, and I'll see you on another video real soon.